Are you a victim of psychic attack? Are you having trouble manifesting your goals? Are you physically and emotionally depleted? Do you suddenly look less attractive than you used to? Are you unable to bounce back from a failed relationship or a disappointment? Have you lost faith in yourself? Your talents? Are you unable to let go of a person or situation? If out of the blue and without cause, you feel anxious, depressed, angry, or otherwise out of sorts, you may be under psychic attack. If you begin making mistakes or having situations and relationships in your life go wrong without reason, you may be under, and there are actions you can take right now to reclaim your life. In my circles there is a lot of talk about without much information about what it is. To understand psychic attack, it is important to be aware of the way that people communicate non-locally or at a distance. Most people have experienced knowing that a loved one far away needed them without being informed in a traditional way, or calling a loved one at the exact same moment that that person called you. That is an instance of non-local communication. The person attacking you may not even be conscious that they are doing so. Because of the nature of telepathy, mind-to-mind communication, someone who is consistently directing his or her negative emotion at you is unconsciously attacking you. Your mind cannot differentiate between the feelings you are being sent and your healthy feelings about yourself and the world. Additionally, living with someone who is in the grip of toxic emotion can transmit that emotion to you. We are sponges, especially with those with whom we have or have had a close emotional bond. Over 50 years of research on parapsychology by major universities such as Duke and Stanford, as well as government research in areas such as remote viewing, has shown that non-locality is a fact of life, not just for human beings, but even for the smallest organisms. We as human beings thrive by allowing our strengths to support our weaknesses. Works by illuminating your weaknesses so that in essence you attack yourself emotionally, spiritually, and by your behavior in the world. Psychic self-defense protects you, and can even strengthen you by reversing this process. The key to psychic self-defense is to be scrupulous about releasing toxic thoughts, habits, energy, and emotion, by redirecting your attention to the positives in your life, and keep maintaining healthy routines. Works by getting into the cracks in your life, sense of self, and routine. In my book, How to Rule the World from Your Couch, I teach people how to use their intuitive senses, such as precognition, knowing the future, telepathy, mediumship, and healing. One of the most important parts of that book, and one that initially my readers find less compelling, is how to block and defend those senses. This is the core of psychic self-defense and the key to using all of your energy productively in your own life. If you feel you are under psychic attack, here are some very effective remedies. Tip 1. Call on your guides, friends, and healers. There is power in numbers. Ask them to include you daily in their prayers, meditations, and healings. Tip 2. Redirect your thoughts. One of the symptoms of psychic attack is that your thoughts are drawn to the vulnerable in yourself. When you have toxic thoughts or dwell or even obsess about someone or something, consciously redirect your thoughts to something or someone constructive. At first, you may need to do this hundreds of times a day. Make a list of positive goals in your life and choose from this list whenever you have a painful or self-loathing thought. Tip 3. Sea salt bath and candles. Take a sea salt bath with 4 white candles, representing your stability, while imagining light and grace filling your body and life with every breath you take. Tip 4. Focus on what is right in your life. Works by engaging you in your own darkness. Spend time in the sunny rooms of your life. Tip 5. Stay away from energy vampires. When you are vulnerable, stay away from situations and people who have an undermining effect on your life and self-worth. Often, unfortunately, we are related to these people. Limit the time you spend in contact with anyone who is not 100% on your team. Tip 6. Avoid rumination and projection. Be mindful and in the moment. Your power is not in the past or in the future, it is in the moment. Tip 7. Create holy water. Studies of water, by Dr. Masaru Emoto and others, have shown that if you hold water while experiencing a positive feeling, that water is transformed in a way that creates health blessings. Before you eat or drink, send healing images and loving energy to whatever goes into you. It is your own magic potion. You can ask others to bless your food and drink for you. This is the hidden power of saying grace over food. I always have a case of water that I ask people to bless and I share with neighbors to drink, put on injuries, dying plants, and so on. Tip 8. Create sacred spaces. Smudge your bed and put some talisman, crystals, or other symbols of protection around you. Create an altar. Make sure that your living environment is as clean, blessed, and sacred as you can make it. Allow your home to be your temple. Tip 9. Maintain healthy habits and routines. Works by challenging your balance. Use discipline to maintain good food, sleep, exercise, and interpersonal habits and healthy self-talk. Tip 10. Do not retaliate. When someone attacks, they are leaving their own life exposed. Energy is limitless, but attention is not. If you are using your attention to harm or manipulate someone, that is attention that is directed away from building the successful, healthy life you deserve. During times of psychic attack, it is important to do all of the earth reality things, such as seeing your doctor if you are feeling physically ill, or a therapist if you feel you can't cope. If your malaise lifts and your life feels on track when using the above suggestions, you are probably a victim of psychic attack. You may want to have one ritual you do every day to clear your energy, such as meditation, blessing your food and drink, or taking a salt bath just to keep intruders away. Laura.